Good morning everyone. Today we are going to discuss one more topic of three-phase transformers, that is magnetizing current phenomenon. So look at the waveform first. You can see in the red color you can see a simple sinusoidal waveform. In green color you are going to see the distorted waveform. And these are the third harmonics, that is between the sine wave. So the harmonic distortion is the waveform of the voltage and current. Can be observed usually in three-phase transformer. It is an integral multiple of some reference waves. The harmonic waves increases core and copper losses and ultimately reduces the efficiency and emits more insulation. In three-phase transformer, non-sinusoidal nature of magnetizing current produces sinusoidal flux, which gives rise to undesirable phenomenon, which we are going to see in the upcoming slides. The phase magnetizing currents in transformer should contain third harmonic, which I have talked about this purple line, and higher order harmonics necessary to produce the sinusoidal flux in order to magnetize the current. Talking more about the magnetizing current phenomenon, if the applied voltage to the transformer is sinusoidal, then the core produced in the flux will also be sinusoidal. This we have discussed with the single phase transformer also. The magnetizing characteristic of the core material would have been linear, then magnetizing current would also be sinusoidal. As in this case, B will be exactly proportional to the flux, and hence the pH curve will be linear, and the flux will be proportional to the current produced. And if flux is nothing but phi m sin omega t, and as we have seen in the previous slide, this is sin omega t, the red wave. So sin omega t, phi m sin omega t can be equal to by k I, and ultimate value of current will be phi m sin omega t by k. As you can see by the waveform, this is the flux produced with respect to angle 180 degree, and this is the current produced by that flux. This is the peak magnetizing current. We are going to understand it in detail in the upcoming slides. We are also going to notice that you must have seen that yes, this is the third harmonic and this is a mean sinusoidal wave. In the actual case, that is practical, it is not like this, it is the flat top. The third harmonic flux can get strongly established only if the magnetic circuit permits, as it can easily get established in those transformers that are magnetically independent circuits, such as three-phase bank of transformers, three-shell type transformer, or 5-fold core type transformers. We will talk about this flat top. This is nothing but a sinusoidal waveform, also showing the third harmonic component, along with it the EMF produced by the respective waveforms. So E1 is equal to this, E3 is equal to this. A clear picture of this showing the moments of transformer switching is the waveform of the voltage, the waveform of the current, and transformer getting de-energized over here, and then there is a sudden, when this upcoming current wave, there is a sudden peak in this current, and this I is actually the exciting current, and PM is this waveform. PM is total magnetizing flux, ER is residual flux. So this is the different switching phenomena of the transformer. We are going to discuss the different type of currents in detail. Now talking about the magnetizing inrush current. So as we have discussed in single phase transformer, whenever secondary is open, secondary side is open, the transformer takes only exciting or no load current from the supply mains. Since the magnetizing component of current is 90 degree lagging, the applied voltage V1 is much larger than the core loss component of the current. The transformer at no load behaves almost like a simple inductive reactor, you can say like that. As a result of it, the primary induced EMF is equal and opposite to the applied voltage if small leakage impedance drop at no load is neglected. Also, you can see that when omega t is equal to 180 degree, as in this waveform, when omega t is equal to 180 degree, after half a cycle, how much cycle is completed? Half of the cycle. half of cycle, the core flux becomes equal to twice the maximum flux. This is usually the core flux becomes, you can see that the core flux become twice of the maximum flux. You can see over here phi m, you can see over here 2 phi m. This is nothing but called as doubling effect. So this doubling effect may saturate the core considerably. This doubling effect is going to saturate the core considerably. For normal flux, the flux density may be around, let's assume 1.6 Weber per meter square. For double the core flux, the flux density is 3.2 Weber per meter square. That is normal, it's 1.6, and in doubling effect, it's 3.2 Weber per meter square. And becomes really high when compared to the previous value. So if normal magnetizing current is 5% of rated current, then doubling effect raises the magnetizing current to 4 to 6% time of its rated current. Listen to my video again and note this point, mark it as a star point and write it in your notes note. One more point I wanted to discuss about the inrush current is when a three-phase transformer unit or a three-phase transformer bank, I'm talking about a bank, is switched on to three-phase supply means inrush of the magnetizing current is bound to occur. Why? Because of 120-degree phase displacement between the three voltages, which you have discussed in the previous phasor diagrams. If the condition is most favorable for the phase winding, then it would not be favorable for the other two phase winding. However, the magnitude of inrush current in three-phase transformer is of lower intensity as compared to the single-phase transformer. So you have seen the doubling effect. Because of this inrush current, once it disappears, when these peaks come to the down position, after some time it is going to attain the steady state position. Okay, this is the steady state position which it has achieved. Yeah, so that's it. We are going to, in coming lecture, revise this much and practice the waveforms. In the coming lectures, we are going to discuss the tertiary winding, the oscillating neutral, and the parallel operation in detail. And I'm going to post a quiz on this respective PPT. Meanwhile, you practice this and try to attend the quiz. Thank you.